I don't think Sonny's dumb. But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought out. It's like if you had an idea for a premise and it was totally baked and half baked and you went on stage with it and it's nothing
just
there.
Go for it. Yeah,
there's nothing there.
Who is in charge?
2025 has been nothing short of unpredictable. But even in this whirlwind of a year, no one saw this coming.
Saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president.
Wait a second, come on, man, this is too.
Breaking news, Elon Musk files an $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg.
Picture it, Elon Musk, tech mogul, meme overlord, and the guy who literally shoots rockets into space is squaring off in court against Whoopi Goldberg, Hollywood royalty and co-host of The View. What's fueling this headline-grabbing clash? An $80 million lawsuit, some jaw-dropping accusations, and a cat. Yes, you read that right. A cat. Welcome to the strangest celebrity showdown of the year. It all started where many fiery debates do, The View. During what should have been a routine discussion about Donald Trump, Whoopi and her co-hosts made waves by speculating that Musk and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance might be conspiring behind the scenes if Trump were ousted from office.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president because I don't know what J.D. is doing. I hardly ever say, I don't remember the last time we even talked about J.D.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs.
Subtle? Not exactly. Musk wasn't about to let it slide. Instead of firing off one of his signature tweets, he went straight for the jugular, slapping The View and Goldberg with an $80 million defamation lawsuit. According to Musk, the allegations weren't just off base. They were a calculated attack on his character. And just like that, a feud was born. But this wasn't just another celebrity spat. Between the bizarre claims, unexpected defenses, and the internet's insatiable appetite for drama, it was clear this story was about to get even weirder. Please like the video and let's unravel it. It all began with a typical episode of The View, the kind where casual conversations have a habit of spiraling into headline-making chaos. The hot topic of the day, former President Donald Trump. But what started as political banter quickly veered into uncharted territory. During the discussion, Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts suggested something that sent shockwaves through the room and, soon after, the internet. They implied that Elon Musk and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance might be plotting a shadowy scheme to undermine government control if Trump were booted from office. Subtlety? Nowhere in sight.
I need to clean something up because my cat lays in wait for me on my stairs all the time. That's what I was thinking of that. I wasn't trying to indicate that they were actually standing there with their legs out hoping he would trip.
No, nobody wants anything done to the president.
It was lighthearted and it's the holidays. Come on. My goodness.
You did not mean that anybody should hurt the president.
No,
of course not.
Okay. The thing about this show, there's no way not to step in poop. For all of you who are waiting and saying, oh my God, listen to what she said.
The insinuations hit Musk like a wrecking ball. And in true Musk fashion, his response was anything but quiet. Within days, he filed a legal bombshell. An $80 million lawsuit against Goldberg and The View. His claim, defamation, slander, and deliberate attempts to tarnish his reputation. According to Musk's legal team, these weren't just off-the-cuff remarks. They were reckless and malicious, designed to paint him as some kind of puppet master pulling the strings of democracy. But things took an even stranger turn when Whoopi addressed the lawsuit. Her defense wasn't the denial many expected. Instead, she claimed her comments weren't about Musk at all. They were inspired by her cat. Yes, her cat. Subscribe to the channel and let's see what the cat dragged in.
I got a cat who does it to me every day. And that's what sparked.
When the lawsuit made headlines, Whoopi Goldberg wasted no time firing back, but her defense was dumb. Her comments about plotting weren't about Elon Musk or Senator Vance secretly scheming, apparently. They were about her cat. Allow me to clap for your intellect, Whoopi. This is what I call burying yourself in your own, for lack of a better word, shit. So let's meet her stare ninja, a mischievous feline with a habit of lurking on the staircase, waiting to pounce, or worse, trip her up. Whoopi explained that the image of her cat's sneaky antics sparked her remarks on The View. I wasn't seriously accusing anyone of plotting anything, she said. It was a lighthearted comment. Come on, it's the holidays. But social media wasn't having it. Within hours, hashtags like #BlameTheCat and #StareNinjaGate began trending. Memes flooded timelines with jokes ranging from cats in courtrooms to CGI renderings of Musk facing off with a villainous tabby. Critics accused Whoopi of using the cat story as a desperate smokescreen. So now it's the cat's fault? One viral tweet read, while another user quipped, plot twist. The cat is the mastermind after all. For Elon Musk, though, there was nothing funny about it. His legal team hit back hard, calling the cat story a blatant deflection and doubling down on their claims that Goldberg's comments were reckless and malicious. In the court of public opinion, Whoopi's cat defense may have stolen the spotlight, but in the courtroom, the stakes were anything but a joke. Just when you thought this saga couldn't get more bizarre, Joe Rogan stepped into the ring. The podcast titan, UFC commentator, and self-proclaimed truth seeker didn't just dip a toe into the feud, he cannonballed straight in, and the splash was massive. On a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan took aim at The View, Whoopi Goldberg, and the entire media circus surrounding the lawsuit. Armed with his signature mix of wit and bluntness, he delivered a verbal takedown that had his audience hanging on every word. Let's get one thing straight, Rogan began. Shows like The View don't care about facts. They thrive on drama. That's their bread and butter. And now they've bitten off more than they can chew with Musk. Let me know in the comments if you agree with Joe here.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right. Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump. That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it. They were talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
But wait, he wasn't done. In a move only he could pull off, he dug up old footage of Donald Trump's appearances on The View. Clips that showed the former president being welcomed like an old friend. Look at this clip here. Whoopi herself is greeting Trump with a warm hug, a stark contrast to her current criticism of him. Remember when Trump was their buddy? Rogan quipped. They couldn't get enough of him back then. Now he's public enemy number one. The hypocrisy is chef's kiss. And of course, Rogan couldn't resist weighing in on Whoopi's now infamous cat defense. Look, I love a good joke, he said, barely suppressing a grin. But if your best argument is, it's about my cat, you've already lost the plot. The internet exploded once again, this time with Rogan fans piling on the drama.
If you could stop Hitler by any means necessary, wouldn't you stop Hitler? And so they equate Donald Trump with Hitler and go, here you go, this is our modern Hitler. Do you see what Whoopi Goldberg said?
What'd she say?
Whoopi Goldberg said that Biden could arrest all the Republicans and put them in jail. You just need to see how unhinged this kind of thinking is.
All those rights. He is immune from everything.
Yeah.
You know what Joe Biden could do since he is presently president?
What?
Whoa. He could.
Clips of his comments went viral, spawning a fresh wave of memes and reigniting the debate over The View's role in fueling divisive narratives. For Rogan's loyal audience, this was yet another example of his no-nonsense approach to calling out what he saw as media manipulation. But for Whoopi and her co-hosts, it was another layer of scrutiny in a feud that was rapidly spiraling out of control. Beneath the memes, cat jokes, and Rogan roasts lies a story with much larger implications. Elon Musk's $80 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg isn't just a celebrity spat, it's a potential game changer. It screams media accountability in an era dominated by sensationalism and fast-moving narratives. Musk's legal team has framed the lawsuit as a battle for truth. Well, maybe it is that, a battle for truth. According to them, this case isn't just about restoring Musk's reputation, but about sending a message. Media platforms, even conversational ones like The View, should be held to a higher standard when making bold claims. If Musk wins, it could set a new precedent, forcing talk shows, podcasts, and even social media influencers to tread carefully, very carefully, when airing speculative or controversial opinions. Critics, however, warn of the chilling effect such a decision could have on free speech. Would hosts and commentators start shying away from tackling polarizing topics out of fear of legal blowback? For Musk, this battle feels deeply personal. Over the years, he's been a magnet for controversy, praised as a visionary one moment and vilified as a reckless billionaire the next. This lawsuit could be seen as the culmination of years of frustration with what he sees as a biased media landscape. For Whoopi Goldberg and The View, the stakes are equally high. Actually, maybe higher. Losing this case could open the floodgates for similar lawsuits, not just against them, but against other programs that blur the line between commentary and accusation. A defeat might force talk shows to rethink how they approach sensitive topics, or risk facing the same legal and reputational fallout. But beyond the courtroom, this feud has tapped into a much larger cultural divide. On one side, there's growing support for holding media figures accountable in an age of rampant misinformation. On the other, there's fear that such accountability could become a tool for silencing dissent or stifling important debates. As the case unfolds, it's clear this isn't just about Musk, Whoopi, or even The View. It's about redefining the rules of engagement in a world where information spreads faster than ever, and the consequences of getting it wrong can be devastating. As the drama escalates, all eyes are on the courtroom and the ripple effects this case could create. For Elon Musk, the stakes go far beyond an $80 million payout. A win would cement his position not just as a disruptor of industries, but as a figure willing to challenge the norms of media accountability. Basically, you cannot mess with Elon and expect to get away. It would also send a strong message to media platforms. Bold claims without evidence can come with a hefty price tag. For Whoopi Goldberg and The View, a loss could mark a turning point, forcing talk shows across the board to rethink their approach to heated discussions. Would they risk diving into polarizing topics if the legal consequences could be catastrophic? The chilling effect on free speech and open debate could change the landscape of talk shows forever. It could be good or bad, but that's a debate for another time. As it is, this isn't just about the courtroom anymore. The battle has already ignited a fierce cultural debate online. Hashtags like #SupportElon and #CancelTheView reveal a divided public, with Musk's fans praising him as a warrior against misinformation and critics accusing him of using his power and wealth to suppress dissent. And then there's Whoopi's now famous cat defense. The feline has become an unlikely symbol of the absurdity and the humanity of this feud. Whether you see it as a clever deflection or a desperate excuse, one thing's for sure. It's a comic relief in an otherwise high-stakes battle. The final verdict won't just decide who wins or loses. It will shape conversations about media responsibility, free speech, and the blurred lines between opinion and defamation in the digital age. As the legal teams prepare their cases, the court of public opinion rages on. Will Musk emerge as the hero who held the media accountable? Will Whoopi and The View survive this scandal intact? And, perhaps most importantly, will the internet ever stop arguing about the cat? Let us know in the comments.